Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Wednesday morning. How are we all? I hope we're all okay. I hope the day is treating you all as well as it possibly could treat you. This video we're talking a little bit about Dominic Solanke. A little bit of an update in that deal. It is potentially progressing. You'll see what I mean in just a second. We'll be talking about a really weird situation with us maybe losing a striker in Richarlison as well. As that, we're going to be talking about Veliz going out on loan. I wanted to have a bit of a chat about the outgoing side of things and kind of looking at potential money saved because there was a report that they wanted to get the wage bill down. I want to talk about that. I want to talk a little bit about the right-back situation. There's so much to talk about, so much to get into. I just want to say that if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much looking forward to the journey. Well on our way to 3,000 subscribers, which is pretty damn cool if you ask me. So let's talk about the breaking news that came out as I'm recording this 15 minutes ago. So it came from the main man himself, Fabrizio Romano, saying, I understand Tottenham are pushing to get Dominic Solanke deal done. Talks are underway with Bournemouth. Solanke's been given the green light to Spurs as negotiations are going to find an agreement. Tottenham want Solanke as exclusively revealed. The idea is to also get it done this week. Obviously, we start our Premier League campaign not on a weekend. We're obviously Monday Night Football away at Leicester. So ironically, that's going to do us a bit of justice because if you do want to get a signing in and he does come in maybe and doesn't feature against Bayern, he's still going to have a whole week with Ange and the lads to kind of get up to some sort of idea of what Ange ball looks like. He's not going to be there, not going to be perfect because see, a week's not long in football, but we shall see. But this is really, it's something. It's credible, latchable. You can hook onto the news yourself. So with Dominic Solanke, the Data MB put out all of his stats, including him against other players for the last season. To give you what he was first in, he was first in headed goals, offensive duels, interceptions, which is like quite ironic, progressive passes, which for a striker, I'll give him that. He was second in expected goals and passes to the penalty area. He was third in non-penalty goals and aerial duels, and he was fourth in dribbles. So look, yes, he was the main guy at Bournemouth, and some of those stats would have probably not been the same had he been at say a Spurs, where he's still going to be a massive part of what we're going to try and do offensively. But you still got Heung-Min, right? You still got you James Maddisons, you still got Kulusevski's, Johnsons, and what have you, where everyone sort of quite chips in. But you know what? Looking at, you've got headed goals, offensive duels, interceptions, progressive passes, expected goals, passes to penalty area, non-penalty goals, aerial duels, and dribbles, 10 of those things. He was top 4 in everything, and he was top 2 in 6 of them. So statistically, yes, maybe he's not everyone's cup of tea. I get that not every player is going to be everyone's cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. You're allowed to have your opinion. I've always said that. You're allowed to have your opinion. But on last season, he was very, very good. And that there is, however you feel, however, you love him, you hate him, you're in the middle, everyone has to agree, last season he was very good. And he was a key reason why Bournemouth had potentially their best ever Premier League season last year. So this still looks like it's progressing. Let's talk about a striker leaving first in Alejo Veliz. So Romano putting out that Espanyol have agreed a loan deal to sign Alejo Veliz from Spurs, verbal agreement in place. So it's not obviously completely finalised, but you'd have to say it's pretty much done. There is no buy options in this side of things. So let's hope this time his move to La Liga is going to go the way it should go. There's not going to be a manager trying to be petty against his own owners. He's going to get, I'm not expecting him to play 90 minutes every single game, but if he can get, regular minutes, but if he can get the odd at least 90, that'd be amazing for his development. It's amazing for us. Let's just hope he doesn't get screwed. Let's be real there. Let's talk about Richarlison. So Talksport's Crook said it, Football Insider said it, and then a few others said it. I can't exactly remember who. Someone who works with the United stand, I can't remember what his name is, but he sort of said it, saying that it's basically believed that Saudi are very much more keen now on Richarlison. Ahli being obviously one of the main places. And shout out my guy Joshua, obviously. My guy always puts me in a tag for things that maybe I should be seeing that I'm maybe not seeing. Which, by the way, guys, description down below. Follow me on Twitter. Tag me in transfer stuff that you think maybe I haven't seen or want me to talk about. Just do it there, all right? I'm pretty good with it all. But basically, a Saudi source saying that the recruitment committee has concluded its agreement with Tottenham to include Richarlison. They're waiting for the Ahli Club Sports Committee to sign official contracts. And I have a slight problem with this. Again, however you feel about Richarlison, right? Ange said one of our weakest positions is a striker position because, we had to get creative with Son playing there, but we've only got Richarlison. So, bringing in Solanke, you're thinking, great, right, we're adding a striker in. Left wing's going to look good for it. We've still got Richarlison, get a nice young guy in there as well. That position looks strong enough for the season ahead. You're buying Solanke, you're selling Richy. You haven't really solved that problem. You haven't fixed the position. So I was a bit like, I was a bit, of a question mark over my head to say, well, why is it that we're doing this? Now, is it a situation where they go, no, Will Lancashire is good enough to be a backup striker for us this season? That's a big leap, but, I don't coach the players, neither do you. If the coaches have been saying, no, Lancashire is good enough to be that guy, then fine. I'll back it 100%. But this doesn't feel like we've really solved the problem. It looks like we've just kind of put a plaster over the problem. Yes, maybe Solanke can play a bit more than Richy, because Richy does pick up the odd knock or two. But hopefully, if you're going to be selling Richarlison, which you're going to probably think is about 60 million because Spurs want the money back that they spent on him, then surely, with that being said, Spurs are going to go and get another striker. We shall see on that one. And yes, I got rid of it. Well, I was going to talk about the right back position, but I ended up getting rid of it, so apologies on that one. Last one I'll talk about is actually Reguilon, and I saw the Turkish reports coming out that Galatasaray will insist to sign Reguilon permanently. Now, hey, if they want to, fine. Spurs can get, I always thought we get 10 minutes start of the window, but now I'm looking at it just going, look, if we get if we just get a few million, fine. You know what I mean? Clear him out. It's another one gone. Galatasaray play European football. That's something that Reguilon wants. Apparently, that's the whole thing he's been holding out for is European football. Well, there you go. You can't complain. There's European football there with Galatasaray. Yeah. Have at it, Although, ironically, I did see someone say, go get him Jose. And it's like, okay, well, Jose's not the Galatasaray manager, but that's awkward. And yeah, just want to finish off with the wage side of things, because supposedly the whole thing this summer was getting players off the wage bill. I have no issues with that personally, right? So I was looking at it, and I was looking at Perisic and Dyer, obviously finishing up from their loan spells, and Spurs did get a few million for Dyer to the Bayern deal. Tanganga and Session contracts expired and ended. You had Joe Rodon going to Leeds, obviously Højbjerg going to Marseille. Brian Hill off to Girona, Parrott to AZ Alkmaar, Veliz obviously to Espanyol. Who I haven't included in this list is Ndombele, Emerson or Reguilon. The reason I've not included Ndombele is because Spurs didn't just release him and then, oh, look at that, we've saved all that money. Spurs had to buy him out of his contract. So that's why I've just not taken into account with that, because Spurs are going to make a loss on him this season massively regardless. So I did some research online. I sort of saw how much, supposedly they were earning per week. Obviously, added them all up. You times them by 4 to make it the month, and you times it by 12. It's just shy of 28 million. It's 27,840,000. And in Brian Hill's, I've not said that Girona have taken on all of his wages. I think I said they took on 50% of his wages, just because he's on 40 grand a week, and I just didn't see Girona doing that. So if you're saving all of that money, that's ridiculous, the amount of money. And that, like I said, doesn't include Ndombele. But you think, Perisic was on 180 grand a week. And yes, he was a free signing. So yeah, you can play him a bit more because it doesn't really make a difference. But that is bonkers money to be saving. And yes, that will make a huge impact. And you'll add more to that with Emerson. You'll add more to that with Reguilon and maybe Giovanni Lo Celso. And, if another player goes out on loan, maybe that makes a difference. But that's massive saving. So there's no excuse now. Go and get me Solanke. Go and get me a couple more. And let's get the season cracking. And I cannot wait, guys, for the season to start. But anyway, guys, in the video, hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section down below. Your thoughts, feelings about the Solanke deal progressing. Reguilon news, Richarlison, all sorts. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, in the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.